Good morning, everybody. It is Hillary Ward here from The Dream Unlocked. We are on day 10 of our Actors Arsenal Move from Fear to Fuck It 14-day mini course. I am wondering how that worked for you, the idea of saying no. My guess is for some of you that is going to feel really stressful and really scary. All I can say is you will have an easier time doing it the more that you practice, just like everything that we've been talking about these past 10 days. These are practices. That is the key word. You repeat it every day until it becomes part of your routine, until it becomes easier, until the anxiety that comes with doing some of these things and making changes in the way that you're approaching your career begins to feel more normal to you. And it's not about perfection. It's about the effort of going to it every single day. And I also want to remind you that boundaries are so important because they are self-love. So make sure that you are teaching people how to treat you. That's why the power of no is so important. Today, in accessing your arsenal, I want to talk about the power of preparation. Okay, so preparation, what I think of it as is really that security blanket that we can wrap around ourselves when we encounter a stressful situation. In this career, we know it brings about many stressful situations, whether it's that you don't have enough rehearsal before you are expected to go on stage, or if you have gotten a same-day audition and you are running from your desk job over to try to squeeze in this audition and you haven't had the time to prep, or if you're on set and the day hasn't been going well and they need to get this shot done before you lose the light. This job often puts us in a situation where we have to deliver on the spot. We're often asked to perform in ways that are very highly emotional or really physical. And since most people, even if they're in the business, they don't really understand what we do. They don't understand the work as actors. It's hard for them to know how to give us space to prepare, which means we have got to take care of that ourselves. I mean, maybe it's just me, but I know that if I get called back to the same office, I'm going to automatically feel better the second time that I go into that office, just because I've been there before. I can picture in my head, okay, the camera's going to be here. I'm going to stand here when I do the audition. I remember there's a poster of a movie that she just cast on the wall to my left. I like having that familiarity. It helps me feel secure moving into my audition. So what I want to do is help you have preparation that's already in place that's going to help you keep down your anxiety when you are coming into the audition room, or when you show up on set, or when you're going on stage, whatever it is. And part of what I have prepared in the full courses that I'm going to tell you about at the end of the week is an actual ritual around audition preparation, from breaking down the script to dealing with just that checklist that you need before, during, and after your audition. But I want you to start thinking about this for yourself, okay? I had a really thorough checklist for preparing for auditions. I know exactly how I like to go about breaking down the script. I know that I'm going to need to plan out my wardrobe, because if I leave that to the last minute, then often I am a little bit later leaving the house than I want to. I make sure that I have everything printed out the day before. I actually like to have a physical print out of where I'm going and who's going to be in the room, so I don't get distracted by my phone when I'm in the audition room, or I'm not trying to access it while I'm driving, which isn't really safe. But I realized that a big hole in my ritual was what to do with all of that energy once the audition had ended. So I had to go back and I had to add to my audition checklist and find a way to complete, I call it completing that loop. One of my clients brought this concept up to me the other day, and I thought, oh my gosh, that's such a brilliant way to phrase it. Making the audition itself the experience of completion rather than, oh my gosh, did I get the job, or am I going to hear back, or did I get a call back, or blah, 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 all this stuff that we can't control. So I have developed a system and I added to my checklist so I could get that feeling of completion at the end of an audition. I want you all to give yourself that same gift of preparation. If you need help developing a checklist, like I said, I've designed a course to help you do that. But in the meantime, your assignment for this evening is I want you to identify the holes in your preparation. It's going to be different from all of you. Some of you really need to work on your script analysis probably. Do you struggle with memorization? Is the technique that you've been using for memorization something that's not working for you well enough and you need to change it up? These are the times to identify what those problems are, and then I'm going to give you some tools that are going to help you address those holes. But first, as always, we've got to identify the problem. All right. So that's the class for today. I want to remind you that this replay is going to be available on Facebook through this evening. I also just want to let you know that I will be here tomorrow. I know it's 4th of July. I know it's a big holiday for everybody. And my guess is some of you guys are traveling right now because I actually don't have anyone currently. People have been hopping on and off, but it looks like everybody's hopped off for the moment. So maybe you're watching this in replay. Whatever it is, I want to remind you that even though it's a holiday weekend, it's only 10 minutes in the morning. So I am going to go ahead. I'm going to be on here at 10 a.m. PST for you for the rest of the week, and we wrap up on Sunday. And on Sunday, that's when I'm going to share with you even more tools that I've developed that I'm really, really excited about being able to offer you. As always, if you have questions, comments, concerns, you can always message me at the Badass Actors, Writers, and Dreamers page. If you haven't joined that Facebook page, I would really urge you to do that. It's a great community of people who share what they're working on. We're always trying to share stories about people in the industry who are maybe just a little bit ahead of you, but who are going to inspire you to take that agency over your career and do the things that you've always dreamed of, do the things that you want to do, and to not wait, right? We're talking about moving from the fear of it not being good enough, of you not being heard, of not making enough money, of nobody liking it, to fuck it, this is what I want to do. This is what makes me feel good. All right? So again, comment on the Badass Actors, Writers, and Dreamers page. Make sure that you join the community there. If you have questions, please reach out to me. I love your questions. And if you're traveling today, safe travels. Join me tomorrow morning, and then have a safe and happy 4th of July holiday weekend. All right, Hillary again from the Actors Arsenal Move from Fear to Fuck It 14-day mini course, and I hope that you have a great day. Bye.